Guys. All right, here we are from Sandy's Beef and Ale for the High School Coaches Corner. Great to be with you, everybody. Mike Warren here, filling in for Chris Ermer this week, and great to be joined now by the Bensalem Girls basketball team. Head coach Steve Johnson, assistant Tim Lally here joining us tonight, and we'll introduce you to some of the girls here that have gotten the Bensalem Girls basketball team off to a 9-3 start. Grace McShane, a senior guard, is here with us tonight. Mary, is it Beck? Mary Beck is here with us as well, and Jordan Bell, the junior forward, here with us tonight. Coach, we'll start with you first. First of all, thanks for taking the time coming out here tonight. An exciting moment for you guys. We get to showcase your program, the success that you guys have had to start this season. A 9-3 start. You know, a lot of good things going your way. What's been the key to your guys' success to this point?
Obviously, these three girls next to me and just everybody playing together, you know, putting the team over themselves and just playing selfless basketball, which has helped us gotten off to this start.
That's exciting. Anytime you can get off to a 9-3 start and you got a good group of girls here that, you know, you mentioned that selflessness, those attributes. What do you think is some of the more unique aspects that you have just from your team that probably separates you from some of the other teams in the SOL? It's a great conference, a lot of talent, but you guys seem to have a little bit more talent than maybe some of the other teams. What separates you guys from your competition?
Yeah, so like you said, the SOL, all the SOL divisions are you know, there's constant great competition. Our side, you got the Pennsbury's, the Council Rocks, and the Chamonix, who we all have the utmost respect for. But I think with this group, it's just honestly like, obviously we have, you know, different girls who are going to average a different amount of points, but at the end of the day, it's just picking each other up. There was a specific play in our game last night where we one of our players had a timely turnover that could have turned into some points, and you know, all the seniors, or not just the seniors, everybody out there picked that person up.
Nice.
And it was cool. We had it on film. We talked about it today, and just, you know, playing together. You know, mistakes happen.
Yeah.
Sports are imperfect.
Right.
You know, you're going to make mistakes. It's how you respond to those mistakes. And this year we've been doing a pretty good job of responding to our mistakes.
That's awesome. You love to hear that kind of stuff as well. You guys have an opportunity this year to put yourself up against some of the teams that have dominated the SOL of late. But when you look at your team as a whole, what are the expectations now? 9-3, beginning of the year, I'm sure you talk about goals, but week in, game out, what are some goals that you guys have as a team to grow every single game that you can?
So first and foremost, we talk about, you know, the most important game is your next game. And our next game right now is Friday against Penridge. Take it one game at a time. But yes, for sure, our goal, we talked about, we sat down at the beginning of the season and we wanted to win the SOL. That was one of our goals, is definitely to compete in the SOL. We want to not only make the playoffs, we want to try to get a home playoff game and make states for the first time in, I don't want to put a number on it, but I would say, you know, upwards of 20 years since our girls program has been to states. So we definitely want to, you know, we joke about it, take one of those nice coach buses up wherever we got to play. So that'd be nice. That'd be a nice goal to have.
It's nice riding on the Greyhound buses. You get the TVs.
I've never been, so
there you go. That's a good goal to have, man. That's a good goal to have.
Yes,
absolutely. The riding in comfort is a very it's a luxury. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, Coach, tell us a little bit about each of your players that you have here with us tonight, so that we can get a little bit better of an idea of what makes up the Bensalem Owls.
All right, so we'll start with our junior here, Jordan Bell. I've known her since she was in second grade. She was a second grade. I was a student teacher actually in one of her classes, so I've known her and her family for a long time. She's a junior. All right, she's a forward for us that can stretch the floor, can knock the three down, and can get to the basket, which is also nice being the bigger player who can finish from the foul line too when she's fouled.
Nice.
Over to our left, all the way to the right, we got Mary Beck, who's a senior. I've known her for a while. She's been in our program for 4 years, 4-year varsity player. She's had tremendous games for us this season, last season, some big games her sophomore year. She's kind of our designated shooter, which is nice when you have a player like Grace who can get to the basket. It's tough to help off of Mary when she's, you know, ball side corner because she can shoot the three. And then here in the middle we have Grace McShane, who has probably been our go-to option for 3 years. And right now she's averaging, I think, close to 20 points, like 19.5 points right now.
Wow.
She's scoring at a really high clip. She's had Her career high last year was 30. First game of the season this year, she had to beat that with 31. And then just a couple games ago, she had 32.
Wow.
So
Thank you.
Always climbing up 1 point at a time. That's awesome. Tremendous
We're waiting
stuff.
for 33. Well, I wonder when that's going to happen. We'll see.
If I had to guess, definitely it's definitely coming soon. So, Mary, let's start with you. You're a big shot taker on this team now. You've been in this program for 4 years. From your first varsity minute now to your senior year, what do you think the biggest change has been for you as a player?
I feel like that I've grown a lot in my defense and working on helping off the ball. I feel like that's the area that I've grown the most because I've always been like a decent shooter, but I've learned to play both sides, offense and defense.
No, it's awesome. And, I mean, the fact that you're coaches now, you've gotten to a point where I'm sure you can remember, it probably feels just like yesterday, being a freshman, watching the seniors then at the time, their responsibility. Now you're in that spot, and the experience that you have, being able to be a leader on your team, that's got to be a lot of fun for you here as a senior.
Yeah, it is a lot of fun. I think we have a really good group this year, and I think we're really bonded as a team, so it's a really fun team to play on.
What's it like when you see Grace doing what she's doing, getting to the lane, getting inside, scoring, but when she's able to set you up for one of those corner threes that your coach is talking about here, what's going through your mind when you see her, the defense collapses and you're left wide alone? What's going through your brain?
Grace always makes the right decision, so she's an awesome person to play with.
The right decision is getting you the ball, right?
Yeah.
I'm just joking. Well, Grace, I mean, your scoring is very impressive, as it was highlighted just a moment ago. Who were some teams this year when you guys started working out together before the season really started? Who were some teams that you guys have kind of had an eye on and that you're still kind of looking out for as the season kind of unfolds?
Definitely the Council Rocks, the Neshaminies, the Pennsberries. They've always been a tough competition all 4 years that I've been at Bensalem, and they're all really good programs, so you just always have to be ready to play.
And you as well. You're a senior too, so what's it been like for you taking the strides year in and year out, and now to this point in your senior season, your first home game, coming out and setting a new career high. Twice now you've set new career highs this season. What's it been like for you to have these accomplishments start to pile up now here in year 4?
Yeah, it feels really good, and it just makes you more excited for the next game, and it's just good to have support behind you with my team being some of my closest friends. They're always there for you, and they always pick you up, so it just makes it a better experience.
Well, it's awesome. You guys both have aspirations to play some college ball at the next level. Grace for you, Rowan, Arcadia, and Elizabethtown, and Mary for you, Rowan and Westchester. All of them great programs. It's really good stuff that you guys are garnering some of that attention. It's exciting to be able to get to play at the next level after high school as well. But here in your senior campaign, you think about all of the experience that you guys have had. What's it like getting to play with Jordan, being a junior and trying to shed some of the experience that you have onto her so that next year when she takes over, she has what she needs to be a leader?
Yeah, playing with Jordan is great. She's a great person to be around on and off the court, so when it's on the court, it's so much easier to play with her. It's just fun, drive and kick, always to each other, and we're always there for each other in any situation of the game, so she'll always be the person to pick you up when you're down.
That's awesome. You love to hear that stuff. Well, you guys off to a tremendous start this season. Let's get into some of the more fun questions that we can have. So, a lot of bus rides, a lot of time spent together on and off the court. Who's on the aux cord on the bus before the game? Who gets the opportunity to play aux?
It's usually Grace. Grace has the best song choices, I feel like.
All right, what do we got in terms of the playlist? Who are the top 5 artists? Top 3. Let's start with 3, and if we can get 5, we'll go to 5. But top 3 artists on the game playlist on the way to the game.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give this one to Jordan.
Oh God.
Drake, for sure.
Yeah.
Good. That's good.
We like some country sometimes.
Yeah.
Good. You got to switch it up. Eclectic. That's good.
Zach Bryan at every practice.
Zach Bryan all the
Zach
time.
Bryan. That's
Yes.
good.
We've done
Okay.
some Let It Go.
Guys got some deep cuts at practice. It's good. You let it all out. This is good.
Yep.
No, the song Let It Go.
Oh yeah, let it go. Like Frozen. Let it go.
Yeah.
Of course. Why not? Okay. All right.
What's the soundtrack you guys like? What is that? We played a couple practices.
Tough basketball hits.
No, not the musical. You like it.
Hamilton.
Wicked.
Wicked is very, very popular of late. Absolutely. All right. So, do we have a go-to pregame meal?
when we get our pregame meals, we get a lot.
Raising Cane's.
We get a lot of good donations, and so Raising Cane's is up there.
Sponsor us.
Raising Cane's, all right, it's a good
We
one.
get some Metro Diner. We're getting Carrabba's on Thursday.
Can't beat that. That's good stuff. High quality stuff there. What about when we're at home and we're relying on ourselves? We're relying on mom and dad. What are we having for the pregame meal then? Do we have any superstitions, something that you have to have or you have to do before a game? Anything like that?
I recently started drinking Alani's before the game.
There you go. That's something.
Not the best for you, but it's all right.
Helps you score, so we take it.
There you go. There you go. Well, it's always good to get those that information out there because, vibes are a big thing on a team. I'm sure you guys know pregame vibes during the game itself, keeping energy up, and the fact that you guys are able to all bond the way that you are and keep a cognitive unit together. It's very impressive, and we wish you nothing but the best of luck the rest of the way this season. You talk about the Pennsburys, the Council Rock Norths, some of those other teams in the SOL. You guys have already put yourselves out there as a team that they need to keep an eye out for. What's the mentality when you look at the schedule moving forward? You got Penridge and CB South coming up next. What's going through your minds when you hear those two names to start?
I feel like we just always have to focus on the next game and really focus on beating them one game at a time. So coming up Penridge, we've just been working on focusing on what they do and working on countering it.
It's a crossover SOL game, so it's also we don't know as much as we do as the people in our league. But they do play a really good zone, so we have to be careful of that because usually most of the teams we verse don't play zones.
That's good. That's absolutely good. Yeah, Penridge, you go cross-conference here, get a good chance to play against a Rams team. Are you guys home or are you on the road for that one? Home for that one. I got to say, Bensalem, easily the nicest facility in Bucks County. I mean, arguably in the entire state. What you guys have going on at your facility, I mean, top-notch stuff. You don't see that at a lot of colleges in our state, let alone at the high school level. So you guys have some of the best facilities in the area. Would be awesome to get that opportunity to pack the gym and fill it for a home playoff game potentially for you guys as well, because I've been there for a couple tournaments and a couple other events, and that energy that's in that gym when it's just a preseason tournament or a holiday tournament, it really does. You feel it when you step in there, and that's something that Bensalem definitely needs back. Absolutely, you guys definitely deserve that. Let's talk a little bit more about Penridge. So, Coach, maybe you might be able to answer some of these questions a little bit better. But when you get your team ready, every obviously it changes opponent to opponent. But as you mentioned, you heard Grace talk about cross division. How do you get more detail on a team that you might not see regularly, like some of your in division conference foes?
Yeah, so we definitely do a good bit of film. The girls do a nice job watching it on their own as well, and the coaches and I will sit down and we'll kind of pick apart their film and see what they do defensively and offensively. Yesterday we obviously had a big win against the Neshaminy, so I knew going into today's practice it was going to, the vibes were going to be high. We weren't going to be able to do too much X's and O's, so we kind of kept it light. Watched some film from yesterday, did a lot of shooting, but tomorrow we'll practice. We'll go against their zone because we know that they play a tough matchup zone, so we'll go over some offense, some looks we can get against that zone, and then defensively we'll just kind of keep our practice what we have been doing, our closeouts, our running people off the line and different things like that. So definitely some time on film.
Is there anything offensively that jumps out for Penridge or things that you see trending wise for them that you're definitely going to want the girls to be looking out for when you guys see them?
Yeah, we just got to make sure you can't judge a team by their record, especially in the SOL. I feel like I've said this over and over, and I kind of sound redundant, but just about every team in the SOL, no matter what their record is, if they're winning more games than they're losing more games than they're winning, they can compete on a night in and night out. I mean, we've been there. I've been on teams that were below. I've coached teams that were below 500, and the teams that were 750 or above, we would give a tough game. So you got to respect your opponents. You got to know they're high school varsity girls. If they're left open, they can shoot a shot. If we're not structured on defense, they can go back door, make a layup, and they're just like we. They put their jersey on just like we do. So we got to make sure we respect them when we're ready to play.
You mentioned that game against the Neshaminy and trying to carry over some of that momentum. Take us through some of the game, because I hear it was wire to wire down the stretch, and you had to rely on a couple of your seniors down the stretch to make some big plays for you. So take us through some of the final moments of that game and some of the characteristics that you saw from your team that you've already kind of talked about, but were really put on display that helped secure the victory.
I mean, it's just, honestly, it's believing in each other and believing in their teammates. We were, the only time we led the game was for 1.2 seconds. Wow. Out of a 32-minute game, and start at the end. And, it's from Grace knocking down. She got fouled, 1.2 seconds left, down 2 on a 3. Wow. She made the first foul shot. Great timeout by Neshaminy to try to ice Grace. She goes back to the line and makes 2 big foul shots to win the game. And, I mean, if I was messing around with the kids, like, you could put anybody, like, if I was in that situation, I know for sure I would have missed probably all 3. It just shows the guts that she has, the belief her teammates have. If you watch the film, you see Mary and Misha running behind her, huddling, huddle around each other. Yeah. The belief they're like high-fiving each other. They already know it's going in. Yeah. And then it's just
praying.
Yeah, they were doing a little bit of praying, but it's just the belief you have in each other. And a kid like Grace, same with Mary and Jordan, they're 12 months out of the year they're playing basketball. Grace has shot those foul shots thousands of times in the driveway, in the gym, in any other gym she can get in. So it's just practicing the habits.
Tremendous, really is. So, Grace, let's talk a little bit about the moment where the timeout gets called and they try to ice you. You take that kind of stuff personally, or what's going through your mind when you see the other team calls a timeout, they're trying to get in your head in a big moment?
I mean, it was definitely a good call by the coach because, any person will think about what they have to do in those next 10 seconds to make those shots. But really, we just, all sat down. Everyone was, cheering me up, and, I was just, trying to stay focused. And once I got there and made the second one, it just felt, so much safer for the third. And then it was just,
Good way to look at it.
Yeah, it just felt good after that.
Seeing the ball go through the net, there's a certain amount of confidence that I don't think you can compare to anywhere else in life. Once you see the ball go through the hoop, everything opens up for you. I feel like you see the ball go through the hoop and you might as well just go get a lottery ticket almost, because things just start feeling that good for you. But tremendous stuff from you and all of you guys to show the toughness, the characteristics of your team that have gotten you to this 9-3 record. A big win over Neshaminy, Penridge, and CB South coming up. We're going to take a quick break here on the High School Coaches Corner. On the other side, we're sticking it right here with the Bensalem Girls, and we're going to keep on talking with them a little bit about the rest of the season, what they have to look forward to. We'll talk with Tim Lally, and we'll talk with Jordan as well. I want to talk to everybody here tonight with the Bensalem Owls. Mike Warren here, filling in for Chris Ermer on the High School Coaches Corner. We'll be right back on WBCB.
Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Hey BCWSA customers, this is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League Champion Phillies. My friends at BCWSA are committed to providing us with safe, reliable water and sewer services. They operate state-of-the-art treatment facilities, provide clean drinking water, and make much-needed investments to protect our environment and ensure a sustainable future. Learn how BCWSA's investments help grow and serve our communities. Visit bcwsa.net. BCWSA, prove it.
Head out to Dion Square, located at South Oxford Valley and South Olds Boulevard, with the following businesses ready to serve you: Pat Dion Beverages, CVS Pharmacy, Smile Culture Dental, Biomat, Wayner Nationwide Insurance, Liberty Auto Tags, Pennsylvania Fine Wine and Spirits, Lee's Hoagie House, AutoZone, and First National Bank and Trust of Newtown. Make Dion Square your one-stop shop for all your shopping needs at Fairless Hills.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between. For 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy, Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250. Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Hey BCWSA customers, this is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League Champion Phillies. My friends at BCWSA are committed to providing us with safe, reliable water and sewer services. They operate state-of-the-art treatment facilities, provide clean drinking water, and make much-needed investments to protect our environment and ensure a sustainable future. Learn how BCWSA's investments help grow and serve our communities. Visit bcwsa.net. BCWSA, prove it.
And we're back here at Sandy's Beef and Ale here in Langhorne, home of the Sandwich. Great crowd here tonight. Can't beat it. Sandwiches, and I'll tell you guys, I got to ask. I usually ask everybody this. Chris Irmer does it as well. What do we have to eat tonight here at Sandy's? Because there's so many good options. We got to know. I thought I heard some of the orders, but let's let the folks know what we had here at Sandy's tonight. What'd you have, Coach?
I went chicken parm.
Chicken parm. That's a staple. We can't beat that. Grace, what do we have?
I also went with the chicken parm.
There we go. Jordan?
Also went with the chicken parm.
Oh, here we go. We're a team on and off the court. Mary, what'd you have?
Chicken fingers and French fries.
Okay, there we go. There we go. That's a staple. Coach, what do we have?
I had to cook for my daughter at home, so I had something at home.
Okay, there you go.
I was dad mode before I got here.
Unbelievable.
Good for you. Well, now we're joined by assistant Tim Lally. And Tim, Steve was telling me a little bit about your background. You've been all around the SOL. You've had a ton of experience coaching. First year here with Bensalem. How's it been for you so far?
It's been awesome. Like you said, I've been around the SOL. I coached with my dad for a couple years in the Chamonix. I then coached with Zach Seibel, who was great to be under for a couple years as well. And now it's been a pleasure coaching with Coach Johnson now. And it's really a great group of kids. It's a great program. Our athletic director John Mullen does a great job as well. They've all made me feel really welcomed. And yeah, it's been a special start. Hopefully we can keep it on the right track.
What are some things that you've learned? You've gotten the chance, you mentioned coaching with your father, underneath your father, with Zach Seibel. What are some of the things that you try to take little pieces from them and that you carry with you now that you're on Steve's staff and with Bensalem?
Just really be positive. I was in the 6th or 7th grade when my dad started, and his focus was always trying to make kids become better basketball players, but also help them be better people.
Absolutely.
So having these girls become young adults, and if he can help them, in that aspect of life, then that's really the biggest win. So I try to do the same for these girls. I try to teach them, whether it's basketball or life, try to relate basketball lessons into life lessons.
Yep.
So that's been probably the biggest thing I ever took from him. And Seibel was always, again, really just be positive. And that things can be worse. And, anytime anything got tough, take a second back and, evaluate the situation and just, try to get the group all back on the same page.
Absolutely.
And, it's been the same thing with Coach Johnson.
That's awesome. I mean, you talk about making an impact on kids' lives and teaching them the lessons. Any kid growing up, when you look back on it, I know I do it a bunch of people that I get to talk to, coaches nowadays that I grew up with. The coaches that last the longest are the ones that teach you the things that last with you off the court, off the field, whatever it may be. And so the fact that you recognize that and you're able to do that, it's very special. It's got to be, I'm sure it's one of your favorite aspects of coaching. What is your favorite thing about coaching this specific group of girls?
Really just the fact that they all believe in each other. They all believe, Grace yesterday, Mary had a turnover towards the end of the game. And, Mary in the split second, puts her hands on her head, and Grace, Jordan, and Misha and Fallon, they all go right over to her. And they all comfort her like, hey, you got this, next play. And Mary went out on that next play. She plays great defense. It's really just how together this team is what makes it special. And it's really a family aspect that these girls and our seniors and, Jordan as a junior that's one of the best leaders that I've had the pleasure of coaching. It's all a testament to them. So it's been a pleasure.
What's that like for you guys when you hear your coaches speak about you so highly? You know how much belief they have in you. What's it like when you get to hear that kind of stuff?
Yeah, it definitely feels good. It just like we said, like we're all family, so like it's good to have a good relationship with not only your teammates but also your coaches, because they are the person you spend a lot of time with. So just having them believe in you just makes you believe in yourself even more.
Jordan, what are some things that you've learned from Grace, from Mary, and then from your coaches as well in terms of, he just mentioned how great of a leader you are. What are some of the things that you learned from all of them?
Yeah, for sure. From Grace and Mary, I've learned things on the basketball court, skill-wise, but I've also learned how to be a great person outside of basketball and how to be a good teammate on the court and off the court. And from the coaches, I feel the same. Like, they believe in me, so I want to believe in my teammates. And yeah.
Seems like you guys have a culture that a lot of teams would kill for, honestly. I mean, they really would. And, you know, the fact that you're able to have that continuity on and off the floor, it's a special thing. Don't take it for granted. These are some of the best years of your life, and enjoy it every single moment. Seems like you guys are. Keep doing that. Coach, let's bring it back to you a little bit here. So you mentioned your time with Zach Seibel. You mentioned your time at Neshaminy. You've got some ties around the SOL. You've seen how other programs function. What makes this unit different from some of your other experiences and your other stops along the way in your coaching career?
With this unit, something that we've preached all year and that they've really bought into is not only believing in ourselves, but, we understand that other programs have had more success. And what they believe and what we can do is strong, and, we have goals, and it's really not about proving everyone else wrong, it's about proving us right. And this group focuses on what they can control, and that's the best part about this group. They focus on what we can control. Again, yesterday was a big game. We were down 12 at one point, and they never gave up. The belief in these three and the rest of our group, it stayed the same, and that's been really refreshing to have. And again, it's really, these girls just do a great job day in, day out. They work really hard, and it's a special group.
That's awesome. You love hearing that kind of stuff as well, and especially because you guys both, you've been around this sport a long time. You've been around the SOL a long time, and you know what it takes to win tough games and to be there. But when you see a group come together the way that it does, it's got to be a gratifying feeling for both of you guys to see it through and to see that you're making the impact that you want to make on these student athletes as well. 9-3 to start the season, a lot of basketball left. Let's talk a little bit about the psychology of, balancing the momentum of a win and then going into the next game, knowing when to kind of leave last game in the past, but also trying to use some of that momentum. What's the mindset like for you guys? How some teams have the 24-hour rule where you celebrate the win, the next day it's done. What's the mindset for the Bensalem Owls after a big momentous victory over Neshaminy, and then as you head in now to Penridge?
Well, Coach said it earlier, like we don't look at records. We treat every team the same. So, each and every game, how we're going to prepare for one team is going to be the same exact way we're going to prepare for another in terms of our mentality. So we don't treat any team differently. We want to come out with the same intensity and energy, and those are things that we focus on. There's things that we can control, and that's really our mentality from game to game.
We've gotten a great opportunity to hear from everybody here tonight. I want to talk a little bit about some of the players that make up your team that aren't with us here tonight, that weren't able to make the show, but who are some players for you that you might see as some unsung heroes or some people that really help carry over the culture? Girls, you're more than welcome to answer this question as well. Some of your teammates that you guys see every day in practice, putting the work in, and they may not get the most minutes on the floor maybe, but they are so critical and so crucial to where you guys are and the success that you guys want to have. Who are some players that come to mind that really help sharpen you guys and make you guys better every day? Either one of you.
Sorry. I think our sophomore Misha, she's starting this year for the first time ever. It's just like a hard role to, I was in her shoes once, being a sophomore starting on varsity. It's definitely scary, but she always goes out and plays her hardest every single time. And she's a very athletic player, so having her on defense is really big for us. And she always has the mindset of making the right play. And I think it's just for her position of being young on a varsity, it's always hard. So I think it's like good how she comes out and plays every game.
That's awesome. How about you, Jordan? Anybody?
Yeah, so I think our bench energy is always crucial in every single game, and I think Kylie Smith brings that bench energy every single game, and she's a leader on the JV team, and she is always cheering us on. She's standing up every play clapping, and I think that's really crucial for our team.
You need that bench culture. You need that energy on the bench. Do we have any coordinated celebrations when a three-pointer goes in? Are we riding anybody along the wave? Do we got any three balls going up? What do we got? Anything on the sideline?
Everyone always has to stand up and hold the three up. If it goes in, it's a boom.
It's a boom. All right, I like that. You got to bring the boom in today's world. Absolutely.
Mary's got a dance.
Oh my God.
Show the dance.
We do have a dance.
There you go, Mary.
It's like a little something like this.
That'll work. You got to have it. You got to have the energy on the bench. It's a part of the vibes, like we talked about, carrying it over onto the floor. And I'm sure it helps you guys stay loose out there. When the moments get tight, the pressure starts to mount, you're able to relax a little bit when you got a goofy group of people over on the bench doing some things to keep things loose for you. It always helps out. So we've talked a little bit about the SOL, coming up with Penn Ridge and CB South, but let's go back to some more of the fun questions that we get to have when you get to be with a team and you spend a lot of time together. Who is one person on the team that you never let on the aux cord?
Probably Mary.
Yeah, probably Mary.
Oh.
Why? Why not Mary? Mary, you probably have some good playlists, right?
Very good.
Yours isn't bad. You're not too bad, Mary.
No, I'm kidding. She's not that bad.
It's probably me.
Yeah.
I was playing John Cena one practice.
Oh, yeah.
I was
Hard rock music.
It wasn't hard rock. It was Triple H's theme song. You don't know who that is? Yeah, it was just last week. It was Cena week.
You gotta pay homage to the Chief, man. Yeah,
probably me. They don't want me on.
Yeah,
the
sorry to ever let Mary down on that one.
Yeah. Don't worry, Mary. I got your back. Yeah.
Not bad.
What has been the best moment? You guys have been in the program for a long time. You think about, and still a lot of basketball to go, but when you think about, the most fun moment that you've had in a Bensalem Owls uniform, what is the moment that comes to mind for you guys?
Honestly, yesterday was very, very fun. After I made that last foul shot, there was 1 second left, they threw the ball in, and just everyone ran onto the court. We all hugged each other. We all, jumped up and down, cheered. After we shook hands, went into the locker room, just cheered more, very hype, very fun. It was just a surreal moment.
I definitely agree, but also our Wildwood trips.
Nice.
We head out to Wildwood over Christmas break, and it's just such a fun time spending time with each other, and we're with each other for 2 days, but we also get to do the sport that we love and play together.
That's great. Getting to go down to the Jersey Shore. You guys play some out-of-state teams, some Jersey teams while you're there as well?
Yeah.
That's awesome. Is that still they host that at the convention center down there? Yeah. That's great. They've been doing that for so long. It's great that you guys get that opportunity. And again, you're taking a trip around the holidays, bonding time together. It's awesome stuff. You look forward to the rest of this season. You look forward to a one game by game approach, but Jordan, for you, what are some goals that you think that this team can actually achieve this year? 9-3, game by game, but what are the big picture? What are some goals that you think you guys can achieve this year?
Yeah, I think we can definitely fight for a home playoff game. That would be great to have. Like Johnson said, it's the first one probably in a long time, and that's one of our biggest goals. The SOL title is another big goal for us. We're going to have to really fight for it, but there's definitely a chance that we can do it.
What's it been like for you guys, the community support? You guys have a good start to the season, a good team. Have you seen the gym start to fill up a little bit more? You guys feel like the community is really starting to back you guys again as a legitimate contender?
Yeah, I do think our stands are pretty full this year. It's just good to always have people cheering for you because it just makes you want to play so much more. Anytime you make a shot and the crowd is cheering, it always just feels better when you have people there to support you.
How about during the week when you guys are socializing in the cafeteria, in the hallways? You guys have a couple designated people on the team that are telling people hey, you got to be at the game tonight, or is it a full squad effort? You guys are kind of patrolling the hallways, telling people pack the bleachers, get there, pack the Owl's Nest, let's get this place hopping. Is it still called the Owl's Nest? Do you guys call it that?
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, that's pretty cool. So
yeah, I definitely feel like it's a whole team effort. We always try to get our friends there as much as possible. We tell our teachers, and we try to get as many people there as possible from our community.
That's
awesome.
awesome.
Amount of teachers there last night too.
That's great. That's great. Well, community support is a big thing as always. And you mentioned, the opportunity to have a home playoff game. Well, it starts with when you guys are mentioning having fans there cheering you on, and I'm sure people listening tonight will get that message as well. There's probably some Bensalem fans out there that know that, hey, us being there means that much to you guys. So you guys sharing that with them is a big plus as well. So we appreciate you doing that too. We're going to take another quick timeout here on the Coach's Corner. We're still going to talk with the Bensalem Owls for a little bit more. We'll keep it rolling here from Sandy's Beef and Ale. We got Sandy Witches. We got a great crowd on hand. The Bensalem Owls 9-3 to start the season. Big aspirations, looking for a home playoff game for the first time in quite some time. Let's hope the Owls can get it done. We'll be right back here from Sandy's Beef and Ale.
Head out to Dion Square, located at South Oxford Valley and South Olds Boulevard, with the following businesses ready to serve you: Pat Dion Beverages, CVS Pharmacy, Smile Culture Dental, Biomat, Wayner Nationwide Insurance, Liberty Auto Tags, Pennsylvania Fine Wine and Spirits, Lee's Hoagie House, AutoZone, and First National Bank and Trust of Newtown. Make Dion Square your one-stop shop for all your shopping needs at Fairless Hills.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between, for 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250. Sandy's Beef and Ale has been serving famous hand-carved roast beef sandwiches since 1967. Sandy's Beef and Ale is located in the Woodburn Square Shopping Center next to the Oxford Valley Mall. Stop in anytime for not only the roast beef sandwiches, but also the patty, the tailgater, and the Cuban. Family and friends have been coming to Sandy's Beef and Ale since 1967. 2028 Old Lincoln Highway, the home of the hand-carved sandwich.
Hey BCWSA customers, this is Tommy Green from the 1993 National League Champion Phillies. My friends at BCWSA are committed to providing us with safe, reliable water and sewer services. They operate state-of-the-art treatment facilities, provide clean drinking water, and make much-needed investments to protect our environment and ensure a sustainable future. Learn how BCWSA's investments help grow and serve our communities. Visit bcwsa.net. BCWSA, prove it.
Head out to Dion Square, located at South Oxford Valley and South Olds Boulevard, with the following businesses ready to serve you: Pat Dion Beverages, CVS Pharmacy, Smile Culture Dental, Biomat, Wayner Nationwide Insurance, Liberty Auto Tags, Pennsylvania Fine Wine and Spirits, Lee's Hoagie House, AutoZone, and First National Bank and Trust of Newtown. Make Dion Square your one-stop shop for all your shopping needs at Fairless Hills.
2 seconds.
You do Gianna.
I'll do Gianna and Fallon.
We're back here at Sandy's Beef and Ale with the Bensalem Owls girls basketball team. Back here with head coach Steve Johnson. We've got Mary Beck with us, as well as Jordan Bell and Tim Lally and Grace McShane with us, joining us as well. Great stuff talking about you guys tonight. We were talking a little bit before the break about the community support, and you were sharing with me that you've got a ton of faculty, staff, and even extended faculty that have been showing up to your games. Who are some of those people that have been coming out?
Yeah, absolutely. So it starts, I would like to start up top. I mean, Dr. Lee, our superintendent, is at an awesome amount of our games. He sits courtside in his, Bensalem sweatsuits. It's awesome. It's a good feeling to know that, who hired me as a teacher is there supporting us,
That's
boys
awesome.
and girls basketball.
Yeah.
And you don't get that in a lot of places, to be honest. Our administrators are constantly at our games. Dr. Velasquez, who is one of our district office employees as well, came down. She has a house in Wildwood and came down for our Wildwood trip, went out to eat with us, which is pretty cool.
That's
so
awesome.
it's nice to have that support from like the higher ups that don't really have to do that. And then teacher base wise, we had a lot of teachers at our game yesterday. Mr. Hoya, Mr. Cubbage comes to a lot of our games. He came to our Wildwood games, and they also which is cool that maybe the girls don't know, but a lot of those teachers came up to me during the school day today, dropped by, yo coach, awesome win yesterday.
That's awesome.
And that just helps not validate what I'm doing, but what we're doing as a team.
Yeah.
And I know they're saying that to me. They'd obviously say it to the girls if they see them, but that's kind of they don't say that to me if it's not for them, Jordan knocking her big shot down, Mary getting those steals, and then Grace icing her veins making those foul shots. And, Coach Lally in the back, we do this at practice all the time. We do this at practice all the time, So it's really it sounds super cliche,
yeah,
but you win together.
Absolutely.
We win together. So
that's awesome.
That's definitely a beautiful thing. I wouldn't trade Bensalem for any other place on the mat, honestly.
What's the message that you want to give to the rest of the Bensalem community, whether it's been, the great show out that they've had to this point and, kind of what you're hoping to see for the rest of the season? You've heard from your players, you've said it yourself, how critical that support is and how it makes them want to show up night in and night out. What's a message you want to give to the Bensalem community?
Listen, we play good basketball. We play fun basketball. We don't hold the ball. All right, when we have an opportunity to run, we'll run. We shoot a lot of threes, which is 20-26, so I know a lot of people like that. We'll let them fire them up. We play good, disciplined defense. We like to get out in transition. We have a lot of girls that can finish at the rim out of transition.
Nice.
And we're a fun team to be around. We bring the energy, or they call it Benergy for the bench energy. Our bench energy is always great. Yesterday, my good friend Coach Morris, who is our old boys coach, he always sits courtside as well.
Yeah.
He was saying one of our sophomores, Kalia, hit a big three, and half, which is probably not good to say, but half of our team was out on the court cheering. And that's one of his things. He loves bench energy.
Yeah.
And that's something I didn't notice. The other assistants were pulling everybody back. But that stuff when it's it's bigger than you, you didn't hit the shot, but you have enough in you to cheer for a teammate that's in the game, that made that shot. So that's really cool to have.
Selfless.
So I would say, dude, it's fun to be at. If I was not coaching and I was watching that game, I would enjoy my time spent.
That's awesome. I'm going to have to get out to a Bensalem Owls game ASAP.
Yeah, we'll put you on the list. You don't need to pay a $5 ticket, dude. We'll put you down on the list, man.
I appreciate that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, who are some players, we talked a little bit about a couple of them, but who are some players that aren't with us tonight that you really want to take the time to highlight because it's a full team effort, as you've mentioned?
Cool. So I'll start, and then we can kind of go around here. First and foremost, not players, but our two other assistants. We have a 4-person staff, myself, Coach Lally, Coach Tyra, who's a Bensalem alum as well, just like myself, class of 2013, both of us.
There we go.
All right, so we're holding on strong. And then Coach DeCelli, who is a Spanish teacher at our school as well, who's been coaching, I would say probably close to 10 years now. Those two do a great job. They're kind of in charge. They are in charge of our JV program, but they help out tremendously with varsity, especially the stuff that maybe isn't my strong suit with talking to girls, when they're, upset or maybe, I'm being the bad guy. They help them with their, calming them down and keeping the positivity going. So definitely my other two coaches that aren't here. And then I would say other sophomore, they talked about Misha earlier. We have another sophomore guard, Kamaya Alexander, who's played a lot of important minutes for us this year as a sophomore. And every position is hard to play when you're a sophomore, but especially if you're a point guard and you're bringing the ball up. I tell my guards all the time, you're the coach on the court. Right. So whatever goes wrong, it's your fault, even if it's not. And I know that's maybe not the easy way to take things, but they do a very nice job of playing minutes, playing tough minutes, and responding. And especially off the bench, because you never know. You may be at 4 minutes at a row, 5 minutes at a row, a minute here and there. But she's doing a very nice job of staying composed, too.
That's awesome. Anybody you guys want to highlight as well?
I can go. I would say I have two people. I would say Gianna. She's a senior on our team. I feel like her strong suit is really defense. She goes out there and she gives it her all. She always gives 100%. And we have a freshman on our team, Fallon, and she's just one of the toughest players I've ever seen. She goes out there, she also gives it her all, and she's really talented, skilled player.
I think one of my junior colleagues, if you will, Sydney Daw. I've known her since we were in kindergarten. We've been friends growing up, and she really has grown as a player on the court and a person off the court, and she's just such a fun player to play with.
Sydney Dott, any relation to Harry and the Dotts there? Yeah, absolutely.
Yes. Yeah.
That's her uncle?
That's her uncle.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Harry, young Harry, was my brother's roommate in college. They played baseball together at Arcadia, so very familiar with the Dotts. You can't really say Bensalem without saying the Dotts, I feel like, as well. They're very intertwined with the school. But
I had statistics with Harry Dott back in high school, so he's a good guy. Yeah, he's a good guy. Shout out to the Dotts.
Yeah, absolutely.
The whole family line.
Well, shout out to the Bensalem Owls and the Bensalem Girls basketball team for making the trip here tonight, guys. Thank you so much for taking the time. First edition of the High School Coaches Corner here from Sandy's Beef and Ale. We wish you guys the best of luck the rest of the way, and we're hoping for that home playoff game. If you guys get it, I'm going to be there. Just know that. So I want to be a part of it. Yeah, absolutely. So thank you guys so much. Head coach Steve Johnson, assistant Tim Lally, joined by Grace McShane, Mary Beck, and Jordan Bell here from the Bensalem Owls at Sandy's Beef and Ale. Episode 1 of the High School Coaches Corner in the books. We'll see you next week. Same time, same place here from Sandy's Beef and Ale. Mike Warren saying so long for now here on WBCB. Have a great night, everybody.
From Philadelphia to the Lehigh Valley and everywhere in between, for 150 years, Penn Community Bank has been a part of your neighborhood. Helping businesses start, supporting families as they grow, and staying connected to the people and places that make this region special. It's who we are and where we're from. Penn Community Bank. Here we are, and here we grow.
Rob's Automotive and Collision Center in Lower Bucks County is a full-service repair center with competitive prices, top-of-the-line products, and the finest auto body and mechanical repair technicians anywhere. Rob's makes repairing your car easy. Same-day service guaranteed. Whether it's an oil change, state inspection, or a mechanical issue, Rob's will have you in and out and on your way. 2700 Veterans Highway in Bristol, 215-826-9200 for 24-hour emergency towing. Call 215-826-0250.